Be advised, guys, I shot this video around 5 in the morning when I first wake, so it could get a little dry. Just bear with me. Also, as you guys can see in the picture, horrifying event had occurred during this figure review. So don't try to skip through, just watch what happened and hopefully you learn from it. Thank you for watching. What's up, guys? Welcome to my Marvel Legends figure review, and in this review we are going over Maestro from the Apocalypse series. As you guys can see, he's a pretty bulky guy. I had to adjust my settings. Usually you do not see the outer layer of my light box, and today we are going over the whole packaging more than what I normally have. So as you guys can see, this figure comes with the left arm for Apocalypse. Pretty good condition overall, besides the label here of the 32-page comic book falling off. Alright, as you guys can see, he does come with the left arm right there, and on the back you get the poster of Apocalypse along with the figures in this series. So you have Maestro, which is the first one we're going to open for this series, followed by Sasquatch, who has a variant in white, X-23 in black or purple. You have Iron Fist in green or red. Wolverine, you have the helmet off or without the helmet on and helmet off. And you have Bishop with the variant in bald or with hair. Without further ado, let's go ahead with the review and open this package. So inside the packaging you get this 32-page comic book titled Captain Marvel Time Flies Part 4 of 4. I am not a big comic fan before I start collecting Marvel Legends, so I do not know much about this. I am guessing that Captain Marvel and Maestro somehow either fights or team up in this comic. Let me know in the comment if you guys are familiar with the story. So in the back you get the nice poster. Again, this was released in 2005 or maybe 2006, so considering that, this design is pretty impressive. You get the Apocalypse poster, but in this picture you can see he is in the variant in black. The Apocalypse we are putting together is actually in blue, so he will have a lighter, darker shade of black for the ribs, the rib cage. He's gonna have blue arms and blue legs. Alright, so again, normally with the series you get the poster of the Build-A-Figure along with the figures and shown with the variants. I'm not quite sure why they're not showing the variant for Sasquatch or X-23. Perhaps it was released later than it originally got produced. As mentioned, you get the left arm for the Build-A-Figure piece for Apocalypse here. I do like the shading here. As you guys can see, the separation of this blue to that blue. Alright, just gonna go around real quick. There are details in this piece. Alright, so there goes that, and it does come with a tube or the tentacles that attaches to his arm and his body, I believe. And for the main piece of this video, we are going over Maestro here. He does come with the an accessory, which is his crown that goes right on his head right there, as shown now. Now this figure is actually the hardest one to obtain within the series, and he is probably the most expensive. The highest he was sold was around $99, and the lowest is at $46. And as of November 2020, he is currently sitting at around $70-$80 on the average. Alright, so this is a pretty beefy figure compared to the current Hasbro and the old Toybiz figures. I think he sits at about 7 inches without the crown and 7.5 with the crown. So the details on this is actually pretty good, if I'm not wrong. He's actually an original mold. I don't think I've seen another Toybiz or Hasbro figure that are used with the same mold with the torso, legs, and the toes and the head. Absolutely not. Alright, so we'll take a quick look on the we'll take a good look around the figure. So you guys can see there are details. There's
dots and lining and shading the sculpt on the details of the muscles. Alright, so here goes the back, the paint there. As you guys can see, even the trousers, his pants, there are some details there, originally sculpted. Not quite sure what these are and why they did the gray there versus the whole. Is it supposed to be a tattoo or a part of the uniform? I am not quite sure. Alright, so I do like the beard and the gray shading there. Some awesome details. Alright, and the boots as well, his shoes, you can see the shading there in gray and the lining, which is pretty good. Like I said, the pants, the way it's sculpted, it is definitely an original mold, and I don't think it has ever been reused. So for articulation purposes, we're gonna remove his helmet. Even one thing too, if you guys can see his forehead and his eyes, there are some details there that are different than others. Give you guys a side look. Alright, so for his articulation, he does go down pretty good. It is obvious that he is looking down. Looks up pretty good as well. Not all the way back. He does have a big traps, and I think the ball joint here that is used prevents him from going all the way back, but no issues with that. Going side to side, no issues at all. You can have him looking down from angles. He does have a big neck. Alright, so another thing that's different, he has this butterfly articulation that doesn't necessarily go forward or back. It just opens up, which makes him appear with more muscle and a wider lats. So I mean, I guess, you know, when you're posing him, it does make him look bigger, but other than that, I don't see any other purpose for this articulation. He does have some nice big ball joints, no problem with the 360 rotation. Of course, he gets the bicep swivel. The only thing there, it's not really an issue, but with this butterfly joint, it does make contact if you do try to make use the bicep swivel with it. So at a long point, it's probably gonna damage the paint. It's gonna hurt it since you're rubbing it from time to time if you do it often. So bicep swivel. As far as joints, he doesn't really go far back and any farther than the original, and maybe a couple or few notches for the elbow. Same thing for this side. Alright, so just a few notches there. The wrist goes up, no issue there, pretty good. It's same thing with the other side, goes down, no issue, no side to side. It is rotatable, 360. No thumb articulation. As far as the fingers, it is not individual articulation, so all four must move together. So not bad at all. He's beefy. You know, with big figures, you don't really expect a lot of articulation, as you can post them simply and get some good shots and good display with them. As far as the rib cage, he does go side to side, which is pretty far enough if you ask me. Alright, he's actually capable of doing 360, as you guys can see there, but we won't do it for the sake of the review. Hips, his legs doesn't really go further than that due to the tribal skirt or this accessory here, his uniformity. He does have thigh swivel, as you guys can see there, both sides.
Moment of silence for Maestro figure. Well, as you guys can see, that was not a very smart idea. Do not try that at home.
Oh, and I just snapped my Maestro, as you guys seen in the video. How unfortunate, as you guys can see there. Let me know in the comment if you guys know any fix to this, but I think this has to do with the with me rotating his ribs 360. We are going to proceed with the review. either way. So as far as moving up, and just for you guys knowledge, what happened is I held on to this part and tried to move the legs. I might have put a lot too much pressure and pulled it. So for future reference, guys, don't do that. And then legs doesn't really go for that much. All right, as far as knee joints, he does have double jointed knees, as you guys can see there. All right, good articulation there, no cab swivel. And then as far as ankle joints, he does have ankle articulation, goes back that much and goes to the front that much. All right, as far as pivot, he does have really nice pivot for the big figure as well. I like that addition. I mean, yeah, I guess you could expect that since it's a big figure. He gets bigger joints, you know. So you guys can see the toes does go up and then goes down. A lot of the figures from Toybiz, I'm not sure actually, I'm not even gonna word it, but some of the figures from Toybiz, it just goes back to normal and doesn't really go back far down. Again, I do like the shading, the effort that is put in this the shoes, and even this uniformity, the tribal skirt that he has going on. All right, so that is definitely, unfortunately, I snapped this figure, but it's not the first. And if you guys are probably wondering, why is he not tripping out, why is he not upset, I did buy another Maestro. If you guys do watch my unboxing weekend unboxings, I do have another one. It is unfortunate that I snapped this one because I was trying to keep the other in boxed, you know, unless I was building another apocalypse. But now I will probably open that for the display until I figure out a way to properly fix this, or maybe just keep him like so. But just stay tuned.
Alright, so I hope you guys like this review and learn from it. If you like the video, go ahead and drop a like. If not, leave a dislike. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Again, just for your future reference, it is a common Toybiz error that the figure and the waist part is a little bit weak, so be careful when you do have him and get the chance to display or mess with him a little bit. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Again, thank you for watching. If you made it at the end of this video, stay tuned for more contents coming and more figure reviews. Until next time, Mac out.
Yeah, I'm making stupid amounts, build this shit up from the ground. I'm blowing down on a pound. Why would I ever come down?